Morning students, today we will start our next poem and the name of this poem is Keeping Quiet. What is the name of this poem? The name of this poem is Keeping Quiet, or you can say Keep Hush. This poem is written by Pablo Neruda, a famous poet born in Chile, was against all those social and political activities which divide mankind on the basis of nationality, race, language, or religion. In this poem, he condemns indirectly all the hectic actions which have deprived mankind of peace and tranquility. He asks for a momentary silence and inactivity. During those peaceful moments, he wants people to meditate and try to understand themselves. What he wants to meditate and try to understand themselves, such blissful moments of silence would remove shadows of sadness and hatred and free people from all shackles of discrimination, hatred, and violence. The poet cautions. In this poem, the poet cautions that he is not advocating total inactivity. Once again, the poet cautions that he is not advocating total inactivity. Life has to move and it cannot be associated with total inactivity, which is death. Now, let us discuss regarding the summary of this poem. In this poem, the poet asks his readers to count up to 12. To count up to 12 and then keep quiet and calm. Keep quiet and calm. They should stop uttering any word in any language. They should stop uttering any word in any language. They should stop for 1 second and not articulate in any manner. They should cease all activities for a moment. It means stop all activities for a moment. The moment people stop all activities and be calm and quiet would be exotic. What type of movement it would be? Exotic. A sudden strangeness would prevail. There would be no rush of life, no noise of the engines. In this moment of silence, one can experience the strength of togetherness, the feeling of universal brotherhood. In that exotic moment of silence, fishermen would stop walking and not harm whales. Now, first of all, the poet is giving the example of fishermen would stop working and not harm whales. The men gathering salt. Now, the men gathering salt would stop working to look at their hurt hands. This is the second example given by the poet. Those who wage wars out of jealousy would stop their destructive activities. They can win wars using chemical and other weapons, but they can only cause deaths and destruction. In that moment of silence, they too would change their attitude and stand united with others. Stand united with others. In this poem, the poet makes it clear. What the poet makes it clear? That he should not be misunderstood what he wants. He should not be misunderstood. What he wants should not be confused with total inactivity, because total inactivity, it means death. He means to say that the moment of inactivity is for quiet introspection and for creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. Clear? Life is real and is to be lived with positive attitude. He does not want to ruminate over death. Life is to be lived with single-mindedness. One should be up and doing in life. One should be up and doing in life. The poet wants people to seize every activity for a moment to experience perfect tranquility. To experience perfect tranquility, it means peace. This perfect silence would interrupt their sadness born out of mutual mistrust, misunderstanding, and fear of death. And fear of death. The poet says perhaps the earth can teach people that everything that seems dead later on becomes alive, because here everyone dies, and here everyone becomes alive. Now the poet will count up to 12 and you should keep quiet and he will go. Now let us discuss regarding the theme of this poem. The poet brings home the point that we should realize how destructive and harmful our activities in the world have become. There is no peace and respite in our life. There is much noise, aggression, hatred, and violence. A brief moment of silence and inactivity can make us regain our lost peace and tranquility. Even those who wage war can realize their mistakes during this moment of silence and introspection. The poet makes it clear. What? The poet makes it clear that he does not advocate total inactivity, which is nothing short of death. Life has to go on, go on, go on. What one needs is a single moment of silence and inactivity to regain sanity and peace of mind. Now let us discuss about the title of this poem. The title of the poem, Keeping Quiet, is quite appropriate as it is linked to the main idea projected in the poem. It reveals the intention of the poet who asks us to keep quiet and cease all activities for a moment. It means stop all activities for a moment. This moment of silence is necessary because no one has the time to stop and think for a while. Everybody in this world is busy with some kind of activity. A single moment of silence and introspection would remove much evil from this world. We would realize our mistakes and free ourselves from negative feelings which are harmful and destructive. As the poem celebrates the exotic moment of silence, the title therefore suits it the most. Now, thank you very much, and have a nice day.